Hustle. Look, let's put some money up, you can't make mine stop. I'm hot, nigga, like a pistol off the dime block. Before you change lanes, you should check your blind spot. Cause I'll be right there waiting like a bike cop. With my non-cock, and I'm so hot. All a nigga really need is just one shot. To the dome, you be gone and it's no more. I could kill him going faster with the slow flow. However you want it, I got it in for the low. Come get it, I got it, you got it good, nigga, go. I hustle, I bang, I do it all for the dough. It's all for the
Girl, you don't know how to make my day. Every little thing you do, and every little thing you say.
Oh, what's going on, AllForThaDoe family? Check it. Today's topic is gonna be: can you be friends with your ex and get into a new relationship? I need to know. Drop it in the comments, your thoughts. Subscribe. Do you go by how your man or woman feel? If they confident in themselves, do they got trust in you? I don't know. Do you got trust in them? I don't know. Let's pick up some riders and let's see. One gone.
They say you think you got something special. I do.
Let's see if this ride. Okay. So now, you might. So what are y'all relations to each other first?
This is my boyfriend.
Okay, so you want to scoot over so you can get into the
Yeah, come on. I was gonna say so you need to do it.
yeah. Okay, so go ahead and tell AllForThaDoe your names.
So I'm Charles Henry.
I'm Brandy.
Okay, so like I said, today's topic is: can you be friends with an ex before a relationship and during a relationship? What's your guys' thoughts? Since y'all a couple, then y'all let me know. No? What'd you say, my man? Because you smiling hard in the motherfucker. You cheesing like a motherfucker, dog. What's going on? I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. I'm like Trump. Fake news. Fake news. I don't know. Just friends in China.
Some people, got things they rock with different ways.
Okay.
Everybody got their own ways of doing things. So I say if it works for them, I say it works for them. But I say in my experience, no. I say no.
You say no too?
I say I have bad experience.
So what was the bad part of the experience? I mean, far as, was it like a trust thing or?
I feel like some exes don't have respect or boundaries for the new relationship, so it can just lead into a bad thing.
Okay.
Like I was gonna say, being cordial is another thing, but I feel like even talking with today's day, with it being how it is, it's just like it'd be more of a drama thing, because that person can go tell him, well, I talked to her yesterday, she didn't tell you? I thought she told you. And when he didn't even talk to you. Exactly.
So it'll bring problems. But what if that ex is that guy that's don't start trouble, it ain't no problems at all? As
long as they're cool, then
long as the boy
like as long as they get along or they're cool or it's a mutual respect between everybody, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that.
Then it's okay.
Barbecue,
then it's okay to have a ex as a friend if he's cool with it.
Not on I feel like any personal level. That's when it's a problem. Like, I don't know, like I'm the type of person, like, we all can be friends. Like,
what? Sure, they gotta respect that boundary. If somebody got a title they put up, they gotta respect that title that they put up.
But I feel like, this is just my opinion of me being older, I just feel if you an ex, you was an ex for a reason. Exactly. So it ain't no need for us to be no friends. You don't need to come in. I don't give a damn if your mama died or whatever the hell. Ain't no need for us to.
Ain't no need for me to comfort you, because that's not my job.
Yeah, it ain't exactly. It ain't no need for us to even communicate, because I feel we broke up for a reason, and whatever reason that is, exactly. And that's the only thing I'm saying.
Right.
That's the only thing I'm saying. But you got some people that view it different. I mean, so if somebody say that, would you think that's like would that be more of them not being, was that being more insecure? Them being more insecure about the situation?
The older that you grow and heal, I feel like a lot of stuff don't phase you how it would if you were like, I don't know what I'm trying to explain. Like, so I feel like I got what you were saying the first time when you said like there's no, you're an ex for a reason. Like,
yeah.
Your place is your place and that's where you stay.
Yeah. So would it change if say that ex, like, I ain't gonna say that they cheated on y'all or whatever. Say your ex just end up, that's for both of you. Say your ex you was with moved out of town. So that's what broke the relationship. But y'all still stay cool as friends. So say you met her, say you met him. So would that be the first thing you say when y'all started dating? Hey, I do have a friend that's my ex, blase, whatever.
When you first start talking,
Say you and them, say your ex, you had your ex, but y'all was still cool. You know, I ain't saying y'all chopped it up every day and shit like that, but y'all conversated from time to time. You and him end up meeting, and would you tell him and would you tell her, hey, I still talk to my ex? Or would you just tell your ex, hey, I gotta cut it off because I think I found somebody I want to be with? Or how would you play that whole situation?
well, if it's just a friend situation in the first place, then there shouldn't be any, I have to cut you off, or I'm talking to someone new.
Yeah.
It should just be, I just met someone new, I really like him, or whatever the case. If y'all friends, that's something that you express to a friend. So,
Okay. But, you know, sometimes from a male to a female and a female to a male, the intentions is totally different than what we think. He can say, yeah, cool, I'm with it, this and that, but he's still trying to wait to get in there to, when stuff ain't going right, he's there. You know, the only ones you can really have your girl be cool with is a guy that's gay, basically, kind of.
I was gonna say, I feel like a ex that turned gay would have like more of a chance than one who just like we just stopped talking just because like obviously we just wasn't clicking, it wasn't meant to be.
So what about you, my man? She said everything. What's your input, pimp? She ain't gonna whoop your ass when you get home. Go. Like my man say it with your chest.
They put emphasis on the relationship, so it's in your power to control how you determine a relationship is.
That's true.
If you determine that can't work for you, then it's not gonna work for you. But if that's something that works for you, that ex is now your friend, then that's something that works for you. It ain't gonna work for everybody.
So my thing is, when people trying to keep exes as friends, what's the reason of keeping an ex as a friend when you already have friends?
I feel like that's
what's the motive of keeping an ex as a friend if y'all already tried the relationship?
Because y'all didn't have intercourse
and
that's how I feel. Yeah.
I feel like it's not even a friend sense, you know. I feel like it's an associate situation, but like I said, some people call it associate friends.
Yeah. Because the last writer I had, and she made a good point. She said because you know, the ex, woman or man, always throw a little sly shit in during a conversation. Yeah. Like say you hanging out with his ex, and you put on something, and she be like, oh man, I remember those. I remember you used to wear that like that, or you still got those. How would you feel if a woman said that to your man?
I would feel all the way some type of way.
You be like, nah, you gotta throw all them motherfucking shits in the trash, nigga. That shit gotta go in the trash. And you will feel messed up if old boy put a slide.
What about, like, is it wrong for, because you know people have kids involved with exes.
Well, that'll be a difference if you did have kids. But even though you have kids, I feel y'all still ain't gotta be best friends. Y'all could just be, hey, we on good terms because of the kids. We have a good mother-father parent relationship.
Sometimes they don't respect that. Like, they don't respect the new move on. They don't
glad you brought that up because that's gonna be the next episode.
Yeah.
Deadbeat moms.
Yes.
I'm tired of y'all all on the daddy shit. Deadbeat moms coming tomorrow. Y'all be all on us like moms don't do shit
They
neither.
don't do nothing, a damn thing.
But that's another topic. So now finish what you were saying. Well, if they had kids.
If they had kids, I feel like it ain't no different. Y'all don't have nothing to conversate about with those children.
Exactly.
Or their well-being or any activities concerning children.
I feel this is how I feel with the kid stuff. Like say y'all it didn't work out, y'all done, and then people mad at each other because of the breakup. And I'm like, if y'all you didn't care nothing about it, ain't no need to be mad. You know, whatever, we ain't together, it is what it is. Ain't no need to be mad. You know what I mean? Unless maybe it's something else there. What's your thought on that?
Exactly what you just said. Ain't nothing to be mad about if it ain't nothing still there.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, a woman will say, oh, well, you're disrespecting me, or oh, you're doing this or you're doing that. But no, that's not the reason. You're just upset because a person decided, okay, well, this isn't working out between the two of us.
Yeah.
So let's just end things where they are.
Yeah.
And they get spiteful.
So we're gonna hold on, gotta make a stop. Okay, so now we back. So now we left off at if it's two parents,
Yeah.
basically. Damn. I mean, I think you have to have some type of relationship if you got a kid involved. I'm not saying they have to be where they friends and they.
I feel like it depends
You know what I mean?
on how everybody left off. Really, that ain't the next person's business.
Yeah.
However y'all left off is how y'all left off. Just don't bring it into the new relationship.
Yeah. I get it.
Don't involve that other person because they don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah. And so your answer on the can an ex be a friend is no, or is
No.
you say
Because
no
there'll
period?
always be something else other than just a friend.
Okay. So if you were single and your ex came back and tried to be cool with you, would you be that ex friend, or would you be like, nah, it ain't no need for us to talk? Or
Not mine.
you said no? Even if he didn't cheat or nothing, it's just a mutual
if you did
breakup.
Me no ill will, yeah. Like if it was a mutual breakup, I'm very genuine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it friendly, but I'm understanding.
Okay.
So, I mean, if there was no issue, then why not? There's no reason
so
to
you
hold a
would
grudge towards
okay.
nobody.
Oh yeah,
But
I
not
guess
in a
you're right.
relationship. If I was single, yes.
But if you was in a relationship and that person came, you'd be like, nah, this is not right because this is he trusts you, so I'd think
rather leave somebody than to just
cheat on them or whatever, right? And because my thing, a lot of people feel, well, we was together, then we stopped being together, and we've been friends for 2 years. So does that play a different factor that they was together, they broke up, they've been friends for 2-3 years, and then they go date, and then they end up finding somebody they might want to be with, but still they got this person they've been friends with 2-3 years, and they sitting there saying, no, it's just a generally friendship. So should that person take it different? Like, well, I understand it's 2-3 years of friendship and y'all never did nothing, but the point is y'all did something. Would that still be a thought in the back of the mind, or would it be, nah, should it be nothing at all? Did you know what I mean?
I'm trying to.
Because I'm trying to put years in there to where certain people are like, well, we've been cool since high school. We dated in high school. We went through college as friends.
That's I feel like
Still no.
Because, like you said, a person always waiting for somebody to slip up. One argument, one fallout, just somebody just trying to comfort your partner.
Yeah.
Because of you guys' misunderstanding or disagreement or just anything small. Anything small. It don't even have to be anything big. The person is going to
find something.
Wait. They're going to wait.
Yeah.
They're going to, like, act like they're okay with being friends.
But then wait for that moment.
That moment for a person to want to take them back, and they're not going to turn down that opportunity.
Yeah.
So, and that person who you did break up with is going to look at that situation like that was fine. I've been waiting to.
Because they try to play and act like, oh, we helping each other out, and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? When it's really not that.
I feel like micro cheating is a thing.
Now, what do you mean micro cheating? That's the first time I heard of that.
Like small flirts or.
Oh,
just
okay.
Like.
So that's what the new people call it now.
Yeah,
micro.
Like micro cheating, like you want to say, oh, it ain't nothing. I didn't do anything, but you did a lot, just in a small way.
A smaller dosage of you.
You were waiting to do something big, but you just were trying to see how far you can get with the small stuff. Got you.
So you gotta, and I think that's a big thing where you don't know if they flirting with your ex or I mean, you know, because some people do stuff on the slide that you, I mean, hell, you can even have a friend today, and your friend will say something slick because he liking your girl or your girl liking your man.
Y'all cool or y'all just, I don't know. It just be weird. The world's so weird. Like
it's like, it's not like, friends are not like friends supposed to be these days. If
you can't call nobody friends, and there's no such thing as woman and man being friends because of the insecurities around the world, but it's like that gender didn't have to be, or it didn't have to be based on gender. That person could have just been a genuine, super genuine person in your circle that was just willing to help you.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that exes that can be friends. I just think on a scale 1 to 10, I think odds of that really working out good. Odds of working out real good is 20%, I guess. You think?
Maybe. I feel like even on the genuine friend tip, the person always still say something small.
Yeah. So we're almost to your destination when we get off there because we missed our stop. You want to say bye to anybody?
Bye, Chad. See y'all later.
How you doing, AllForThaDoe? So we have Abigail.
Yeah.
Abigail, and the topic today, Abigail, is can you be friends with your ex and start a new relationship or still be in a relationship? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
To me, I think no.
So why do you say no?
Because that person is your ex and you kind of have feelings for that person. So I don't think it's healthy enough to be friends with your ex. If you've moved on, you should move on.
So say you don't have feelings for him, but before you started a new relationship, y'all became kind of like good friends.
It's not advisable because I feel if you're friends with your ex, it's kind of disrespect to your caring partner because it's going to create insecurity for him. He or she will start thinking, what if you guys are doing something behind him or her? And that's not even the case. So to avoid all these things, I think you shouldn't even try being friends with your ex.
Okay, so say you're not in a relationship. So if you and your ex broke up and he came back and y'all became friends, say y'all was friends for 3 years, and you end up finding somebody you like at school or whatever, you guys start talking. So would you tell the new guy that you're still friends with your ex, Or would you tell your ex that you found somebody so y'all can't talk no more? Or would you try to have them be friends? Or what would you do?
This is a tough one. So, to me, I don't know what others are going to do about this situation, but to me, I don't think I'm going to tell my partner, my new partner, that I have this relationship, or my ex-boyfriend.
So you wouldn't tell the new.
No. And
why wouldn't you?
Because yes, I've moved on. We are friends.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped me to find my partner. I found my partner. I love my partner, but then again, I can't break or destroy the relationship I've built when nobody was there. That my ex-boyfriend was there to keep me feel okay the whole time.
Okay.
We are not having anything sexual, but we are just friends.
So that's what you would tell the new guy.
No, I'm not telling anybody anything.
Oh, so
Nobody is going to know what is going on.
Okay, so you with the new guy, you talking to the new guy. So you're not gonna tell the new guy about the ex-friend, the ex-boyfriend that's a friend.
No.
Would you tell the ex-boyfriend that you?
None of them are supposed to know.
So how would you cut the relationship off? So would you cut the relationship off with you and the ex-boyfriend as a friends?
I feel sometimes you are not supposed to cut off relationship and friendship. Sometimes it dies itself. If I found somebody I love, I'm definitely going to give my time to my new partner.
Yes.
As time goes on, I won't be available for my ex-boyfriend. We won't talk like how we used to talk.
Yeah.
It will just dry up.
That's true. I never thought about that. That's good. But what if the ex-boyfriend as a friend, he'd be like, well, because he got to find out, because he's gonna be like, well, man, we used to talk all the time. Now we're starting to not talk as much. What's going on with you?
I would just tell him that I think that's the best time for you to disclose to him that, oh, you found somebody, and right now somebody is in your life.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cut our relationship or friendship, but I'm trying to let you know that I have somebody that I love that is part of my life right now. So you gotta respect that and be in it or just go.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Ghana. Okay. So check this scenario out. So say you said you wasn't gonna tell neither one, you was gonna let the relationship with you and the ex-boyfriend die out, right? So say that the new guy found out that you was friends with your ex. How would you explain that?
Wow, that's a tough one. So I feel if that's the case, it's good to sit both of them down.
Both of them together?
Yeah, to sit both of them together, talk to them. It's about trust. Your partner has to trust you enough to know that your ex-boyfriend.
But Gabriel, we have to rewind remember when you first said that. I understand you said trust, but then you was like you wouldn't tell neither one of them.
That's when they don't know each other. But if they do know each other, I think I have to sit both of them down at the same time.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not saying they knew each other. I'm just saying, say the new guy found out that you were still friends with the ex-boyfriend. Say he maybe found out from a co-worker or maybe one of your cousins accidentally said something or something.
So if that's the case, I think I will talk to him that that was my personal decision not to let you know about my past, because I don't think it's an ideal for me to talk to you about my past. You didn't tell me your past, so why should I come and tell you about my past? And when you weren't there in my life, that nigga was in my life. That nigga was checking on me every day.
What you say? You said he was what?
He was checking on me each and every day.
No, what was you saying something else? What you say?
So
the words you were saying, say it.
No.
Yes, say it, cause it was I was like when you was like nigga.
Yeah.
She said that nigga. That's cool. Give me some more of that.
He was 24/7.
Oh,
he was checking on me, even though I was going to his
But did he have the right intentions as far as checking on you?
Yeah.
Was it like he was checking on you as a friend, or was he checking on you as maybe I can still get back with her type?
That's a good question.
Because all men, I'm not saying it don't happen and it can't happen. I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, guys are really trying to get back with her, or trying to wait for something to happen so he can slide in, or maybe have that one night stand again, or that kindle that whatever, So you said you would tell him, but it seemed like if you would have told him from the beginning, right? I think if you tell him from the beginning, it'll all kind of be different, wouldn't it?
No.
So if you told the new guy, so say for instance, you and this guy, y'all went on the first date, y'all went out, right? Because you're gonna probably end up telling the one guy that's a friend, right? The ex-boyfriend, you're gonna tell him, right, that you went out on a date, right? Or no?
I think I have to tell him because he's my friend, and I think friends talk about
Yeah.
each of us our daily lives. I can't just be like, yo, I met a new friend, a new guy, and I'm going on a date.
Yes.
Not necessarily telling him the full story. I can just be like, I'm going on a date on somebody I met.
Okay.
That's it.
So with the guy that you going on a date with, when do you? So you said you wouldn't let him know that you friends with the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like because it seemed to me it would seem like you were trying to hide something from him.
No, he has no rights.
Yeah,
He has no entitlement to come and tell me that I'm hiding something from him. I just met you.
Yes,
You are a few days in my life.
I
And
understand.
somebody has been in my life for
Yes.
years and years. We have to respect that.
Okay.
Yeah. The fact that you came into my life 2 months ago, 3 months ago, doesn't mean I should spill everything to you.
No, but it seemed like okay. Let's reverse the partners, right?
Okay.
Say you went on a date with this guy, everything turned out good, whatever. Y'all been dating for 2 months. You never knew. You heard the girl name. He mentioned the girl name before, that they cool and whatever, whatnot. But somehow you find out that girl that he said her name a couple times is really his ex. You would be thinking like, I thought y'all was friends. I never knew that y'all had relations where y'all slept together. How would you feel?
That one is a difference.
Because wouldn't you rather him tell you at the beginning of the relationship that, hey, I'm cool with my ex and we friends, so then that way you can be like, okay, well, either I'm gonna stay with this or I'm not gonna stay with this. Because after 2 months of y'all being together,
That's the reason why you shouldn't even tell anybody about this kind of things.
huh?
You're not supposed to tell anybody if you're friends with your ex. I don't think it's a good idea. Sometimes you don't even have anything to do with them, but just friends.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like, what if you don't say anything, but it comes out later on? Like you and this guy been together for 2-3 months, and it comes out later on that even though the relationship between you and your ex friendship died out, but you were still friends with this guy when you was with this guy for 3 months, because this guy gonna think, wow, you did that behind my back. How can I trust you? I trusted you,
Yeah.
but how can I trust you when I found this out? Because he found this out from somebody else and not
So
you.
that's why you have to have boundaries. As a lady,
Yeah.
you have to have a tight and a strong boundaries. If you don't, people will work on you.
Yeah.
And do you know sometimes these guys are not even getting into your pants and those things, but
Yeah, they're not.
they
Yeah.
just want to go around be saying those things to people to destroy the kind of person you are.
And that's true.
So
And,
you have
and,
to have
and see that, and that's why I said it seems like, because there's no yes or no answer to this. I just seem like maybe you just be upfront now. So, like, say for instance, if you tell him now at the beginning of the relationship, that he knows. So if somebody come 3 months later, like, man, Abigail was talking to such and such, then it wouldn't be a shock. But if you and him was dating for 3 months, your new guy, and then somebody came up to the new guy and said, hey, they know your ex, and told your new boyfriend she still talked to her ex. So now you got to explain to him why you've been talking to your ex. So
oh wait, the question is, who even brought the idea that you can't talk to your ex? Where from that ideology? You can't talk to your ex, you can't be friends with your ex, but because of humanity and the things some people do,
yeah,
it's not really relevant to be friends with your ex. But then you can build a strong relationship with your ex, respecting the boundaries and respecting yourself. And I don't know if at that time you have a relationship with somebody else.
okay.
You just have
So you're saying this is all the respect thing?
yeah.
Okay, so we just gonna say you and your ex are just friends, right? So is your ex allowed to come over your house just to visit, like, hey, what's going on?
Where is he coming to visit me for?
Because he's your friend.
No, we can sit somewhere and eat and have coffee, but you can come to my house. I'm not coming to your house.
Okay, so
That's when we have to set boundaries. We have to
okay,
talk
because
about
he's an ex, but he's a friend, but he's not allowed to come to the house.
No.
I like that answer. Okay. Because I was trying to, figure out if you got, because sometimes a lot of relationships end because, I ain't gonna say a lot. I'm saying half of them end because they heard that somebody else said something. And usually, instead of investigating, they'll go with what they friends or whoever said. And 9 times out of 10, they right. So it seemed like that you would say something up front, because if that guy is confident with himself and he feel, okay, well, if that's what you say, that y'all friends, it seemed like you would tell him at the beginning, of, hey, we cool and that's what it is. But I guess, like I said, there ain't no right answer to it, wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's, everybody got their opinion on what they think. So you'll just keep it all a secret. That sounds sneaky.
No.
That sounds sneaky.
No.
You're going to get in trouble.
No.
So have you ever been in that type situation?
No.
No. Think you ever would put yourself in that situation?
Never.
Okay. So with you, an ex is an ex, and you don't want to become an ex-friend.
No. When I'm
Okay.
done with you, I'm done.
Gotcha.
I block you everywhere. I don't want to see. If I see you, I'll just pass by. I don't know you.
Yes. And that's how it should be. You're an ex for a reason. Yeah. So you want to give a shout out to the people? You want to say bye to anybody or hi?
No.